Hello everyone and welcome back to Bandai Pride to End Figure Review. I have another model kit that I managed to get, and that is from the Witch from Mercury series, and we're going to be looking at the SD Gundam Cross Silhouette Gundam Calibar from Witch from Mercury, which means this has a added feature to it to make it a little bit taller. And as we can see from the box art, it looks really nice. This is going to be a really nice detailed model kit. I'll probably definitely do the stickers with this one for at least the clear armor pieces for the activation for the Gundam's drive on here. So let's roll opening and take a look at the inside of the Gundam Calibar SD Cross Silhouette. So this is the SD Cross Silhouette Gundam Calibar. So I actually haven't built the Calibar in the 144 scale. So this is going to be really fun to do this, probably as the first one. And this actually just came out in 2024. So this literally just released. And as we can see on here, we can see on how it actually changes. And it looks like it's going to be the gray or black one we're going to need, unless it already comes with it, but I have a feeling it is going to be an additional thing where you're going to have to get, because you only get this one here where you can actually make it taller. As we can see, this is already looking really nice. And so we do have the aerial in SD Gundam, but that is the standard one, not this fancy of a thing. So let's crack this bad boy up and take a look at how well the plastic is. So let's start off with the instruction manual first, and this is where we're actually going to be seeing the difference between the SD frame and the CS frame. And as we can see, it is much taller, it's much more really cooler than the little cuter, chubbier version of it. And we also have its weapons, and we have its, what I'm almost calling its boom stick or broomstick. There's a joke, which from Mercury, but it also has its shield here. So I want to see how well it actually looks, and I think it might actually be in pieces. So that might be kind of interesting. And as we can see, there are other lines that we can actually do for that are probably going to be coming out shortly. But the instruction manual looks like it's going to be fairly simple for construction wise. There's still a lot of detail that you can do with SD Gundams, where most models you could just kind of slap these together with the stickers and call it good. Weirdly enough, this actually doesn't have a lot of stickers. And as we can see, it's fairly simple for the basic setup for the aerial. And then we have the instructions for how the weapon for her boomstick, and how they can actually connect onto a stand here. And we actually see how the shield comes together. And this is actually the thing that I'm actually liking, that it is in individual pieces. So if you did want to paint this, this is going to be a really easy one to do, because there's going to be a lot of parts separation. So that's going to be really nice, especially with the shield. Most Gundams don't have as much shield separation, but as you can see, a lot of the shield adds onto its armor and on back. And as we can see, it combines into its shield. So that's actually pretty cool that it still gives us the breaking up of the shield for its gimmick. Alright, starting off with Runner A. This is where the somewhat of the magic is going to happen. So this is all has like an internal frame that the armor pieces all connects to. That's kind of the fun gimmick about this particular line, is you add the armor pieces onto it. So, but it's not going to be as detailed. So we have a front and back and various arms and pieces for the feet. And from what this is looking like, we may end up having both. From what I can tell on here, it kind of gives us both. So this is going to be very interesting. So I may end up doing this as a quick build just to see how well it is. But I'm looking at some of these, like for maybe the arms or legs, but I could be wrong that this might actually have everything for both to do, which will be actually very interesting, but I have a feeling it is not. But we do have like similar pieces like for here for the arms, and then we have 2 pieces here. So I'll just kind of double check with the instructions, but overall it's looking really nice for the inner frame. So now let's move on to the actual armor. Now looking at Runner B, this is where we're going to see a lot of for the chest unit and a lot of the really cool clear parts, such as the iconic V, the chest unit that's going to have a really nice effect, and we also have our vents for our backpack and various other pieces for our shield and face and feet. So this is already going to look really nice overall, and the plastic in itself was really well molded. I'm really pleased with actually how well it turned out. You could almost try to do an LED light kit with this, but I'm not sure on how to do it on such a smaller scale, but I know that there is a way to do this. And we also have our little face here, which we do actually have a separate green piece for the face, and we do have eyes. So we can either do the iconic Gundam eyes or the SD cute little chibi eyes on here. So depending on which one I want to do, I may end up just doing the little chibi eyes, just because I have a lot of the other ones that are like this that have the cute chibi eyes on it, just to keep with how everything looks. But that's overall, this is looking like a really nice kit. It doesn't look like it's going to be too difficult. Next up, we have several armor pieces that are going to comprise of the arms, legs, and shoulders, and parts of the shield and the broomstick. As we can see here, it's going to look really nice. We can definitely add some nice detail onto here and panel line this. And we also have another set for C, so we do have 2 duplicates. So they are all similar. So these are a lot of our duplicate parts for a lot of our armor and other gimmicks, as we can see on here. But overall, it is a really nice white color. There's not a lot of flash marks on here, and it's really well molded and a lot of really nice raised detail. So panel lining is going to be really fun for this particular model. Next up, we have Runner D, and this is going to be another one of our last armor pieces, such as our chest unit, our head, which comprises of a left and right. We also have our top chest unit and bottom unit, and various other for our joints. And we also have our main weapon, blaster cannon or broomstick or boomstick, still playing with that joke, is comprised of 2 pieces, which just connects into here. And we have our various shield pieces here. And then we have our front of face, neck, and several of our front and back armor pieces. Again, this is a nice white color, a lot of raised details, so panel lining is going to be really fun just to go in and just dab all of this, just to give it that nice little highlight. So definitely look forward to that as a build video, because it doesn't look like it's going to be too bad for putting this all together. And last, we have 2 different types of hands, one that are able to hold weapons, and then 2 that are fully open. So you could almost do that one little squishy scene, but that doesn't happen with the Calibar, fortunately. But you have the option of having both open and close, so that's really nice on how they actually give you that option. In most cases, they only give you the closed option, so that's really nice. We might need to paint the top of this white, because I believe it does actually have white on top for its hand, so that might be the only thing you might actually have to paint. But overall, it is really nice. It's raised on here, so you could easily just kind of mask off or just spray these all white and then just go back and just do the detail work for the gray. That's probably what I would say, because painting darker colors on top of lighter colors are going to be way easier. So I would just say prime these white and then just paint what you need. And last but not least, we have our sticker sheet, and we have a couple of really interesting ones, and I believe some of these are kind of like a raised detail. I'm just kind of curious about what these stickers, and if they do what I think they do. And yes, they are translucent on the inside, and I believe this one is going to be kind of the same. I'm definitely going to be using those, but they give you the option for the V to give you a cool little translucent or activation, kind of like how these are. And I may end up just doing the more of the multicolored ones, just because they looks a lot more cooler. And these are one of the few times where I actually am going to be using stickers. So definitely look forward to that. This is going to be another really fun build, and one of the first ones where I actually am going to use the sticker sheet, just because that's the only way I'm going to be able to get this effect. I could do this as a painting thing, but it doesn't look like it's going to give me that amount of detail for me to do a RGB color scheme. So, and then we also have the eyes, and then 2 different types of eyes. So this is probably going to be the main one I'm going to be using. Alright everyone, that's going to conclude the unboxing of the Cross Silhouette Gundam Calibar. This is actually going to be a really fun kit, and I double checked in the instruction manual, and it actually does give you the option to do either or, the tall or the short one, which is by far one of the rarest things, and I'm kind of happy they actually included that in this. Those are really hard to find now for the right colors, so the fact that it's included in here, I could actually do another. If I wanted to still do this one as a small little chibi, I can still do another one that I have to give me the supersized up here, because I've been having to share for some of the other ones, like my Gundam Unicorn with my RX-78. But this is actually really cool how they actually give you the option to do both. So that makes this even more worth getting, since it gives you that flexibility of doing that. So I'm definitely going to be doing the taller version for it, just because I have that pieces for it. So do I recommend this one? Most definitely. So if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Leave comments down below. I do read those. And please tell me, what is your favorite Gundam from Mercury? So far, I've only built one, so this is going to be another probably my second one. So I'm definitely looking forward to that, and I will see you guys in the next episode.